Hi, this is Nikita Mhatre, the founder of Presentation Success Community. And today we have Anuja Kanhere, who is a content writer in one of the leading software firms. And she's here to tell us about what is the importance and how the content matters in a presentation. So, all to you, Anuja.
Hi. Thanks, Nikita, for the so uh, you know generally when we come up with any presentations, we need to keep 5 points in our mind. So I'll be walking you through them one by one.
Sure.
The first thing that comes to my mind is the order that needs to be followed for all the slides. Uh, Typically, there is a confusion, in what format the deck should be. So we should start with the opening slide. The opening slide should typically have the topic name, bold and clear, along with the name of the speaker or the one who is creating the presentation, the date or the month in which the presentation has been made, and if possible, you can also give certain version details, if you are reaching out to your prospective client. So which version is it that you are sharing? So this is generally applicable if there is a lot of back and forth going on between your clients and you. After that, we have the confidentiality slide. This is again something very important because if you are sharing some information about your business or about your products, you need to have certain slide mentioning this so that the content shared in your deck doesn't go out externally. So that clause slide is very important. The next slide is the index slide. It should have a detailed list of all the slides that are following. Uh, the names of the slides should be correctly mentioned in this index. Uh, Post that, of course, we have the main slides that follow, along with separator slides. Separator slides are important because a reader comes to know what to expect in the next set of slides. And finally, of course, we have the thank you slide. So this is the general order that is followed in the professional world, and it makes the whole presentation look nice, and it's very appealing for a reader.
It's more in a
Uh,
structured format.
in a very structured format. That's
Right.
right. Now let's talk about the complexity of the language. Generally, people are confused how a presentation is to be drafted, and we might go overboard in our attempt to explain everything. Uh, so one suggestion is avoid complicated words in your presentation. Just go for simple language which is easy to understand for any layman. Of course, sometimes it is required that you use some highly technical words, but use it to the minimum. Wherever it is not necessary, just avoid all the jargons and abbreviations. So the reader or the listener is more comfortable understanding what you're trying to communicate. Another thing is the just ensure that all the material that goes into your presentations is absolutely grammatically correct, because first impression is lasting impression. And it shouldn't happen that a reader just goes through and he's like, okay, you're not perfect in what you're communicating. So
Got it.
what kind of service are you going to deliver? People just assume everything based on what they see in first attempt. So yes, your presentation should be absolutely grammatically correct. That is something that I feel is to be noted. Uh, the third point I feel is the length of the content that goes into it. Uh, do not write very long sentences if possible. Just if you have come up with a long sentence, try to break it into smaller sentences. Something like with if there is a comma, multiple commas are being used. Just try to structure it such that you have two, three sentences instead of one long sentence.
Got it.
The other thing you can do is, just keep in mind what kind of format you are going to present it in. Is the presentation going to be emailed to your clients, or are you going to be physically present in front of your client for, presenting it? If you're emailing it, then I can understand it can be a detailed presentation, giving a lot of details, so that there are no questions. Basically, it should be self-explanatory. So
Got it.
that time, a lengthy format is fine.
Mhm.
But keep the language to the minimum if you are going to be physically present and presenting it, because there will be a lot of scope for speaking to your clients. Instead, in this case, you can have some bulleted points, so people can just have a gist of what you're going to actually
Right,
talk about.
right, right.
So these are the two things. You can have the lengthy format for emails, or for any other putting it up on your website or something. And for a personal face-to-face presentation, go for a bulleted point structure. The next point that I feel is use of pictures or illustrations. I think pictures say 1,000 words, because most of the time, if we use a very lengthy explanation for it, there is a chance that people might lose interest in what you're talking about, what you're presenting. Instead, if there are pictures or infographics, you can actually keep your audience's attention. You can hold it, and you can communicate a lot of data in one go if there is an infographic or a picture in place. So that's a very good idea. And also, people tend to have a higher recall value if there is a picture or an illustration in place. Finally, something that I am very passionate about is use of proper colors and fonts.
Hmm.
That something that needs to be followed based on the audience. So one thing you need to keep in mind is understanding the age of your audience, or the purpose for which you have created the presentation. So use your background colors, font colors accordingly.
Hmm.
Uh, for example, something like Comic Sans font is not suitable for a professional presentation. It's more kind of you use for something that you create for children, or something very informal. So don't go for something like that. Instead, you use Arial font in size 10 or 11. So that's a more ideal way of creating it. Also, stick to a color scheme across all your presentations, that you send out to your clients. Something like, if you're using color blue and orange for your presentations, so for any consecutive presentations that you send out to your clients, just stick to the color scheme. So it just looks very professional and nice. Also, use a background or font color that complements your logo.
Hmm.
That's what I feel, because your logo needs to stand out. So these are some of the points that I've come up with. If there are any questions, I would be happy to respond.
Oh, this certainly is very valuable. And I really appreciate the point what you mentioned about visuals. It really talks 1,000 words. But yes,
Yes.
so this was helpful. Thanks a lot, Anuja, for your time. And yes, that's it. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.